said something about some, like a 2-time gold medalist up in here or something. I got mine, where yours at? So,
I probably didn't bring them.
I don't believe it until I see it.
Why yours so tiny though?
Huh?
This is a little.
This fake.
That's the
This fake. This fake. I don't see her gold medal. I got mine though. They said she had 2, but I gotta see it though.
You got me.
What's up, man? We back with another episode of the Art Award. And just like I told you, man, we've been coming with a lot of heat lately. And today is no exception. I want to welcome one of my sisters in the game. She's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. 2 times crazy. I got my little medal. She got 2 of them things. She's a 15-time world champion across 5 divisions. She's a 3-time undisputed champ. And she's pound for pound the best in the game right now. ESPY winner, self-proclaimed GWOAT. I want to welcome to the show the one and only Claressa Shields. Sis, what's going on with you?
My God, what's up, G?
Man, we here in the A.
Yeah,
in
I love
Atlanta.
it here.
Your new home?
Yes, I love it here. I love it here. Atlanta, I'm here. You got me. You got the goal.
I didn't think you was ever gonna leave Flint.
Nah, packed on up.
You out of there?
I'm gone.
Man, I'm happy to be here, chatting with you. And before we get into everything, man, you've been on the road.
Yeah.
Promoting your movie.
Yep.
You do everything that I want to do first. Like, I wanted to do a doc, you did your doc. I won my medal, you got 2 of them things. Right? Never became undisputed. I want to do a movie, you did your movie. But I'm loving it though. I'm watching you.
I'm on the fast track.
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's a lot of good going on. But tell me about that. This movie is called The Fire Inside.
Yes.
Tell me how the promo's been. What does it feel like? We'll get deeper into the just how it came about, but just what's the promotion been like for the movie?
Man, I've been traveling back and forth to LA, New York, Virginia, Atlanta, everywhere, man. Detroit, talking about the fire inside, my life story where Ryan Destiny is portraying me. Ryan Destiny is from Detroit, so this is like a Michigan thing. Exactly. Her whole family. And man, I'm talking about, I done watched the movie about 5 times now. Every time I watch it, it messes with me. I was like, I'm a hot mess. I don't even wear makeup no more to the premieres because I'm just crying the whole time. It's not like sad tears, it's happy tears because I do have one of those stories that's gonna change the world. Like once this come out Christmas Day in theaters all over the world, people gonna see they don't understand the beast that I am. They don't understand it, but when they see my life story, they will understand and know that boxing is not something that I do because I'm hurt or triggered or I want to be a man and I want to fight men. It's really a passion. I love the sport of boxing. I love fighting. That's why I do MMA too. It's a problem.
Yeah, that's crazy. 2 contact sports is crazy. But I heard, and I didn't get a chance to see the movie.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go see it with the family. They said Ryan Destiny, from what I've heard, man, she killed your role. I heard she's shadow boxing like you and everything.
Listen, my biggest thing when they told me they was doing a biopic about me, I said, this is not a Rocky movie. Don't play with my boxing.
Yeah, don't play with it.
It's a lot of things that I think I'm great at whatever I put my mind to, but I said I was great at boxing the easiest. So we're not gonna make it look like I'm not great at that in the movie. So if you're gonna get somebody, she gotta train, she gotta be built, she gotta know, like, I ran a lot, I do push-ups, I do crunches, I'm super athletic, let's get this right.
Yeah, we talking about it now, so we're gonna get into it. How did the movie come about? You
know what, so if we go way back, 2010, I was getting ready for the Olympics 2012. I was 15. A lady named Sue J. Johnson started following me around. Sue J. Johnson, Zach Canterbury, and Dre Cooper. That's when the documentary T-Rex came out, when I won the first Olympic gold. So it followed me up to from the time I was 16 all the way to about 19 years old. It didn't cover the second Olympics. It only showed you the lead up and what happened after the Olympics and how basically my life didn't change that much after being Olympic champ, being the first woman to do it for America. It didn't change much. So it shows all that, the hard work, what it took to get there, me winning the gold medal, and then the aftermath. It shows that. So I'm getting ready for 2016 Olympics, the returning Olympic champion. And Universal Studios hit us up. Like, they hit me up. Everybody hit me up personally. Like, how most of my deals get done is through me.
I like that.
Through me. I don't got no agent. I tried it, but it seemed like more get done when it's me.
I like that.
So they hit me up. They were talking to me. I'm 19 at the time. They like, do you have a lawyer? I'm like, no. They're like, we're gonna give you a lawyer, but I did have a lawyer. I just wanted somebody to look over him. And you gotta be smart, man.
You gotta have a lawyer watch the lawyer.
Watch the lawyer.
That's real talk.
So when they sent the contract, it got all this life rights stuff in it, what they want to own, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just very, very smart. So when I'm reading through the contract myself, I'm only looking at the stuff that's important. I'm not even at the money yet. Oh, you want to own this many years? I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to shorten this to that. We're going to redline this. I'm talking to the lawyer that I got, like, hey, tell David Fox, this is what we're going to do. And we redlined all this stuff. It took us about 6-8 months before the contract got done. Even with the money part, when they first gave the money, I don't like that. I want more. I want to add this. I want to add that. I'm like, if this do come out in theaters, because we didn't know what the movie would do, what would the interest be. We didn't know if I would go back to it. Well, I knew, but they didn't know if I would go back to the Olympics and win again. We didn't know this stuff.
Now that number got to go up. I win another gold medal. It's a different.
Exactly. So it's like, hey, we gotta. Yeah. So, we got the money up. The deal got done, and then I met with Barry Jenkins, who was the writer. I asked so many questions. I asked him, I said, so what is your take on my story? Like, what is your perspective? And then he gave me his spiel. And I said, you was almost right. You got some things wrong. This is what you got wrong. And I talked to him. We talked about 4 hours. And I said, this is what I want people to know, people to understand. I don't want my story twisted like this, like that. And just my biggest thing was, I don't want no pity party. A lot of things happened to me growing up as a kid. But I have a resilient life story. I don't want nobody leaving the movie theater feeling sad and sorry for me. No, I have a powerful story. It's very resilient, and I wanted them to portray that and to know that I felt that way. And then they also asked me where does the confidence come from? I said, come from hard work. Right. That's it. It's not self-proclaimed confidence. The best way that I can put confidence is Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner. That's how I tell people. I'm like, to me, one of them is arrogant, one of them is confident. And to me, the arrogant one is the one who got all the potential in the world and talk that good talk, but he don't work hard. And then you got one who talk and do everything, super confident, but work like a maniac.
Back it up.
So that's how I explain to them, I'm not arrogant, I'm confident.
The process, though, like how was it? What did you have their ear? Were they listening, or were they like, no, this Hollywood, we got this? How much say did you have in the way your story was portrayed?
Oh, I had a whole lot of say.
That's good.
A lot of say. When he wrote the script the first time, he sent it to me. I sent it back to him and said, I don't like this, I don't like that. He did it again, sent it to me. I said, I can deal with this. Working with Barry was very easy because he knew about me already. He didn't have a acute knowledge of me. He did his homework, he did his research, and he was a fan. So the fact that he was a fan and had read these articles and knew about me, people was always putting out this angry black woman stuff or whatever the case may be, but he saw through that and he seen the realness of, no, this girl just loved boxing. This girl just really had to fight through some stuff to get to where she at. And people may not know it back then, but he knew and I knew and people close to me knew this is bigger than boxing, what I'm going to do. It's way bigger than boxing. And that's why we have this movie about my life coming out Christmas Day.
Well, talk to me about it. Talk to me about early Flint, Michigan, between the ages of like 2 and 9, when your father, Claressa Shields, was incarcerated. What was life like during that time?
Up at 2, you really don't remember much, but I know at
he was
5,
in there. He got out when you was 9, though, right?
9.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was growing up with my mom. She had an addiction. She battled alcohol abuse. Growing up all throughout my teenage years and my children years.
Was it just alcohol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly. We didn't have a really good relationship until I turned 17, and we didn't have a good relationship because I was abused and raped at the age of 5. You know what I'm saying? So that made me be like, dislike her, and and that resulted in me getting taken away from my family. So I have 4 siblings on my mom's side: big brother Artist, me, my little sister Brianna, little brother Peanut. And when I had got attacked and I had got raped when I was 5, I moved in with my grandmother. So I didn't see them for a very long time. I stayed with my grandmother till I was 10 years old. So from 5 till 10, I was with my grandma. So that's where my old soul come from. Like the music, how I can cook, how I clean, how I talk, all that comes from my grandma. And my grandma was a poet. My grandma was a lot like me. Like, she was a 5'11" woman, but if you saw her, you'd think she was 6'2". She played no games.
Joanne
Adams.
yeah.
I love her. I love her. She instilled so much into me. She wrote poems for me. She taught me how to talk because I had a bad stuttering problem growing up. I couldn't talk, and I was very shy, and I was very angry. My grandma helped me through all that. You know, even supporting me when I started boxing. She was always proud of me.
How much of the anger, like being older now, looking back, do you think was the abuse and your father not being there, or the way you was living? Like, maybe a combination, but what have you gained being older, looking back? Like, okay, I was angry because of these reasons right here.
I was angry because, one, of course, I had got abused, and it gave me a different outlook on men. Now I don't like men. I don't like people like I don't like people grabbing on me and touching me and stuff. I don't like that. Like, I get like offended. You know, like I still hug my fans and stuff, but don't get too touchy. I don't know. I got like, you know. So, and then also too, like, trusting people, because at a young age, it was this man who was around my mom. He was nice to me, and then one day he started just attacking me. So that always is like a trigger for me. Like, when somebody is cool with me and then all of a sudden they start acting all mean and weird to me, it kind of puts me back in that same place. So it's still things now that happened to me when I was a kid that I'm dealing with now. You know, being a grown woman, that I have to like talk about, or and I've been to therapy and stuff like that. So it's stuff that I still have to deal with that I'm getting through. But I just remember, like, we was hungry all the time, you know. I was separated from my siblings. They would come over for holidays and spend time with us on Thanksgiving, and then they got to go back home with mama. I got to stay with grandma, where, you know, grandma only got me. I'm at the house helping grandma every day, do everything, which I didn't mind, but it was like, dang, I remember playing with my little sister and my little brother, and like, now I can't see them for months at a time. And then it just got to a point to where, like, you know, I would go over my mom's house, and just to see her like abusing alcohol and stuff, like, everything used to anger me. And like I said, I think the most part was just the hungry part, you know what I'm saying? And just like the verbal abuse that used to come with that.
Did she come in and out of like, does she have like multiple different personalities? Like, okay, when mama not drinking, she more loving, but when she get on that bottle, it's all bad?
Yeah. What? My mama thinks she Mike Tyson. She used to think she's Mike Tyson when she drank.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, my mama can fight too. Like, before it was me being the one that quit in the family.
I'm not surprised.
It was granny, and then it was mama, and then it was me.
Right.
You know, but my mama is a very nice lady, man. Very, very sweet. But when she used to drink, man, she just used to change. And it got to a point to where it was like, to me, that's just unacceptable. It don't matter whether you drinking or not, you still know what you're doing, you know, regardless. And I think that I just had to get away from it. So I just really buried myself in the gym. When I found boxing, it opened my eyes to so many things. Just working hard, not being looked at as different. I can have my hair all over my head, hair under my arms. Nobody judged me. I'm in the gym full of boys. Nobody cared. You know, this stuff that I grew up in, nobody was like, oh, your hair not done. Oh, your shirt too big. All they cared about is, are you a great boxer? And I was the best boxer in the gym amongst the men.
Crazy.
It didn't matter.
That's crazy.
I was the hardest worker.
But your dad, when he got out, he started telling you stories about Muhammad Ali and Laila Ali, right? Yeah. And that sparked your interest in the sport. And then he also used to fight. Yeah,
so my dad, when he got out of prison, I was about 10 and a half, 11 years old. He was talking about how if he would never went to prison, had he stuck to what he was passionate about. And I always ask questions. I'm like, what was you passionate about? When I asked my dad that, whatever my dad said he was passionate about, I was going to do. It didn't matter. He could have said playing basketball. I would have played basketball. But when my dad said boxing, I was like, oh, okay. I was a little fighter back then too, but he didn't know. My dad knew me as a crybaby, still do to this day. He don't understand how I fight still. He don't get it. But as like a kid,
he don't understand how you fight?
He don't understand where it really came from, because growing up, I was a crybaby. I cry all the time. Like, if my sister did something, I was running to my daddy.
It might have came from him. He the one that started it off.
Yeah, he said he taught all the boys in the family how to box. He wished somebody would have took it up, right? And he said, but you know what? Muhammad Ali had the same problem. He had all these sons and grandkids, but only his daughter took up after him. And then he was like, oh, and Laila Ali, she's a bad woman. And when he said that, I said, oh, so I guess girls do box, okay. And then I went to the gym. That was right down the street from my grandmother's house. I went down to the gym. One of my old best friends was there. Eddie Dean was there. I started training, and coach was like, you gotta have somebody sign you up. The first boxing match that I ever won was against, like, my dad. And I can say that because...
Y'all sparred?
Nah. I hit my dad, but...
Come on.
I said that...
With no gloves on?
Yes. Because he crazy. No, so from the match I'm talking about is, at the age of 11, I trained for a week, and Jason was like, you gotta have your coach sign, you gotta have your dad sign you up. Or somebody sign you up. My mama, she wasn't signing me up. I asked my dad, he told me no. I got upset with my dad, and I ain't talked to him for 3 days. He was like, what are you mad for? I said, because you won't let me box. Why you won't let me box? And he was like, baby, boxing is a man's sport, and you was too pretty to box. I said, what are you talking about? You just said Laila boxed. You just told me this.
You just told me that story.
You just told me this.
And you just sparked something and didn't even know
what's going on? So he was like, okay. I came over his house after school. He picked me up. We get there. It's an intervention. Him, his wife, her 3 kids, my little sister Brianna. He said, we all gonna vote on if Muffin should box or not. He said, anybody who don't want to box, raise your hand. His hand went up. Everybody's hand stayed down. He said, all right, whoever's wanted to box, say yes. And everybody's hand went up, my hand went up. And I was like,
now
look like you done lost.
Yeah.
He said, this is the deal I got for you. He said, it costs $60 to sign you up for boxing. He said, you can't quit for a year. He said, that's how much it costs, $60 a year. No matter what happens within this year, you can't quit. After this year, once I got my money's worth, you can quit. Yeah. And I said, okay. And my dad said he thought I was gonna get beat up the first day or the second day and quit. And then he says the best $60 he ever spent.
Stuck with that thing.
Yeah.
He didn't got a return on that $60 investment.
100 times.
I don't know how many times over.
1,000 times. I don't know how many.
But you wasn't, when your father got out, I hear 2 stories sometimes. But I'm gonna just say with girls, young girls, when they father gone, they either like, I don't care what you did, you was gone, but you here now. Or sometimes you see they bitter and they like, I don't really know him. And it's a process for them to get back together. How was it for you?
I'm a daddy's girl, man. I love my daddy.
So you didn't count it against him that he wasn't there?
No.
Even though you was younger, but you didn't count it against him. You was just happy he was home.
Me and my dad look just alike.
Yeah.
My dad laughed loud like me. He got a temper like me. He's very serious and stern like me. When I met him, it helped me understand who I am, especially being a girl. You know, being a girl and being as tough as I was, having my boundaries, just being cutthroat. Like, I didn't play no games coming up. I didn't know where I got it from until I met my dad. And I'm like, oh, this dude the same way.
Yeah, that's him right there. I see it.
So he said he named me Claressa because he wanted me to be a Clarence. He wanted me to be a boy.
He thought you the boy? That's crazy.
But he's like, oh, it's a girl, Claressa then. So I'm named after my daddy. His name Clarence Shields and my name Claressa Shields.
So tell me about, man, Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, a very peculiar place.
We be teasing Darrell. Mm-hmm. He go back home sometime, he'll FaceTime us and we like, bro, you start seeing them abandoned buildings, you start seeing them streets where ain't nothing on there and it's like, man, somebody really live here?
Yeah.
To me, Flint seemed a little bit different than your average inner city.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
100%.
Tell me about Flint.
Flint has I speak of the great things about Flint because that's what I know. They got some of the most talented hidden gems in anywhere in the world. There's nowhere else in the world you can say you had 3 Olympians go to the Olympics, medal, all at the same weight class.
Right. Except
Flint, you got Andre Darrell, bronze medal, Chris Bird, silver medal, Claressa Shields, 2 Olympic gold medals. And we all fought at 165. I'm 5'9", Chris Bird 6'2", Andre 6'3", somewhere in there. How did we all fight at 165? People crack jokes and say it's something in the water. It's crazy.
But speaking of the water.
Yep, it's still existing right now.
Again, talking about Flint, like it's not in the mainstream media, but like you got a whole water crisis in the whole city.
Flint is the most resilient place in the world, man. Like if you can make it in Flint, you can make it anywhere in the world. And I mean like out the country, wherever at in the US, you can make it. It doesn't matter. Flint, man, it has some of the strongest people, strong-minded, no quit attitude, don't give up. It just kind of born in all of us. Some people just take the other route. They put that energy into negative instead of positive. But anybody in Flint who put that energy into positive can turn out to be something great. We got some great athletes. Like right now, I'm pound #1 woman fighter in the world, but then we got Monte Morris playing in the NBA.
That's another one I can't think. He played on the
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma.
I know my Flint folks.
Yeah, he from Flint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flint different for sure.
He's different.
When did you meet Jason Crutchfield? I know you started boxing, but when did he come into your life? Because he wasn't just a coach, but
my second dad.
He was a second father.
I met Jason Crutchfield at the age of 11. When I first came into the gym, he made it clear, I don't really train no girls.
I seen it on a documentary.
You know, and I was like, okay. But he asked me why I wanted to box, and I told him I was just tired of losing. And I think when I was saying I was tired of losing, I played basketball. I was tired of losing in basketball. I was tired of losing in life in general. And I'm like, I want to do something that I can win at. And I knew I could fight already. Like naturally, when I started boxing, I fought with my left hand in front. I wasn't no street fighter who fought with the right in front. I fought with my left in front my entire childhood. So when we started doing that in boxing, I just was like, oh, my first week at the gym, Jason was like, that girl done, she done came every day. She run here every day. I was running to the gym. I lived about 2 miles running to the gym.
Yeah, that stuff that needs to be in a movie. You got stuff in your life like that. Like that stuff you know what I'm saying? Stuff that you see on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's fitting that you got a movie coming out. But that's the kind of stuff like most like especially today, but like I didn't run to the gym. I got driven to the gym. But to hear something like that, that's a different type of drive, a different type of dedication. You don't see that very often.
You know, I think boxing was just for me. I felt so good going to the gym. Remember when I got my first mark on my arm or something? It was like a big old purple and pink bruise. And I'm like, that is cute.
I like that.
I like this. And I thought, and then my muscles start getting bigger and I start getting cut up and I just felt real good about myself. And then just to hear somebody tell you like, good job, you know. And Jason, he was a very hard man to please at the gym. Man, he taught me so much. You know, he told me you only talk on the break bell. When the work bell, you work. Break bell, you can go talk, get you water. But once the bell start, I don't care what part of the conversation you at.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Back to work.
Straight up.
You know, and that's why now when I go to the gym, I be telling people like, shh.
Yeah.
I don't
talk to me right
Don't
now.
be talking to me. I'm really be trying to lock in. And people like to come and talk the first 20, 30 minutes at the gym. Not me. I'm putting my shoes on, I'm putting my shirt on, I'm getting ready. And when I get ready, set the timer. Let's go. Like I'm gonna work 3 hours and then talk to whoever else after. But man, Jason instilled so much in me, like the hard work, the belief. Before I had all the confidence that I have now, Jason built it in me. You know, he just was like, you can beat her with one hand. You can beat him. You see that boy right there boxing, you will beat him. It's guys that used to come down to our gym and give all the other guys in the gym problems. And then coach would be like, I got somebody for you today. And then he'd be like, rest. Dude's coming out, I don't want to fight no girl. He'd be like, you gonna fight her, just hold on. Go on their first round. And I get busy. Go on their first round, they be like, yo, this little girl in here, like, what's up? Like,
yeah.
I do 6 rounds with the guys and all the dudes in the gym like, dang, homeboy got off on me. You in there. I'm like, come on now. You know
That's
I'm
crazy.
big dog around here.
I don't know how I would have felt about that.
Listen.
Like, get in there with her. I would have said the same thing. I ain't gonna fight no girl.
Man,
I'd have said the same thing.
I was 15 and the dude in the gym was 25. And coach was like, Ray, she gonna spar him. I got in there. This dude was a little bit tall, a little bit longer. And he was a street dude too. And we got in there. And he like, man, I don't want to hit no girl, whoop, whoop. And Jason like, the bell rang. So I go out there, hands up, and I'm all tight. He all doing like this, little whatever. He hit me with a jab, boom, right? He like, man, I don't want to do this, man, whoop, whoop, whoop. So then he throw a jab again, hit my head again, boom. I said, okay. Now, the jab ain't changed in the speed. Same jab. So every time he would jab once, he would jab twice. Oh, man, I don't want to hit this girl, man, whoop, whoop. And all of a sudden, he came with that third jab, same. I slipped that mug, boom, cracked on the right hand.
Right hand.
He went back to the ropes. And when he went back to the ropes, I looked at him, I said,
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I ran up on him and started beating him up on him. Because when I get you on the rope, I just keep you there.
Yeah.
Had him on the rope, just pounding him the whole 2 minutes, pounding him. The round went done. He went back to the corner and said, "What's going on, bro?"
Who was that?
Then the bell rang again. Went out there, got him again. Yeah. Now I'm feeling it now. So where your little jab at now? I done took his jab from him. Yeah. I'm piecing him up, keep getting him in the corner. I'm bullying them. It's over. I don't even gotta box you no more. I'm just gonna beat you up. 4 rounds of hell. He got done, took the headgears off. He walked up and was like, "Man, how old are you, little dude?" He said, "Little dude, how old are you?" I said, "Why are you calling me a dude?" He was like, "I just can't believe you no girl, man." I'm like, "I'm a girl, man." I'm like, "I'm 15. When I said I was 15, he started screaming and running around the gym, telling everybody, "I just got my ass up by a 15-year-old girl, bro. This gym crazy. This gym crazy." And Jason
he was a street dude.
Street dude. Jason was like, "Rest, go hit the bag." I go hit the bag. Because it's all hard work, but I don't underestimate nobody. I think that these guys are strong and powerful and great boxers, but I literally grew up sparring against grown men from the time I was like 13, 15 till now.
See, I think when I hear stuff like that, I think about the mentality. And I'm a thinker, you know what I'm saying? And I know how I was as a kid. And I feel like it was part in me just as a kid, like just I was born this way. And then part of it was the things I had to endure that also kind of made me lock in like that, be willing to get hit and hit you back.
Yeah.
How much was just in you, like, I'm just like this?
Man.
And how much was it your story, your hardships, your pain, your traumas, and all of that?
I always had like an attitude about myself to where it was like, I'm not gonna let nobody with me.
Taking no mess.
I don't like that. So I've always had that in me. And I was way meaner back then than what I am now. I think now as I'm a woman, I got like a lot softer. And it's so
you evolving.
Disgusting.
You evolving.
Yuck.
We supposed to be doing that.
I know, but it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, I wish I was like I was when I was 18 to deal with this person right here. This person needs to own me, not to do me. Like God done came and done changed me all around and everything.
I like it. You only want to be that person when you have to be.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't be that person at all. Because then you're going to end up on the internet,
we're going to see a headline.
Yeah.
Because cats that can't turn it off, it's a problem. Because it's like you elevating, but your character ain't elevating with you. Your mindset ain't elevating with your stature and your status.
Right.
We need that.
No, so it's good. But
I know it feels weird.
Like,
I get you.
Dang, I wish.
I get you.
But I don't want to go back to that old person because once I get a certain way about a certain situation, it's hard for me to get back to who I am now. Like once I go back to that, I think they used to call me Bishop. That's off the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like once I get back to Bishop, it's not good.
It's all bad.
I don't want to do that. So I try to stay away from people that can trigger me to do that. You know, but honestly, with boxing, I walked into the gym and said I could do this. I already felt like I could fight already. I didn't know how to box, but I know I could fight. My first time sparring, I was a little bit nervous, but I wasn't like, I was never scared of nobody. So a lot of it was already in me. Just Jason taught me the discipline and the hard work behind it. So, you know, talent without hard work is dead. You know, so I had the talent. And then Jason taught me hard work. And that's how this whole thing came about. Like I could have had all the talent in the world and I still could have been a good boxer, but had I not been like a hard worker, somebody who actually believed in to keep learning and getting better each fight, you know, it just really took that. Like Jason instilled that in me. Like, no, you can always get better. You like, yeah, you're the best, but just because you're the best don't mean that you know everything. You really can keep learning and keep elevating and getting better as a boxer until you die, really.
So you take your amateur career is taking off now. You developing, you growing, you winning fights. Now you starting to win nationals.
Yeah.
And you elevating, going to another level. When did the Olympics become like a realistic goal for you? Because I know you did the Olympics, women weren't allowed to go to the Olympics.
Yep.
So when did you start realizing that, man, I can do it, number one, and number two, it's a thing, I can qualify. They saying we can go now.
At age 13.
Okay.
So I didn't go to them until I was 17. But 13 when we got the newsletter that said 2012 will be including women in boxing for the first time at 112 pounds, 132 pounds, and 165. I told Jason, so we going to the Olympics at 132? Because I was only 135 back then. He's like, Reza, you are going to the Olympics at 165, so I'm never getting that big. He was like, trust me. It's gonna be 165 in a few years. And all behold, a few years later, I was 158. So we getting ready for the Olympics at 165. The whole time from the age 13 till I was 16, we worked and worked and worked because we didn't know if I would be old enough yet to make it to the Olympics as, being, because I wouldn't be 17 just yet. So we didn't know.
But you met the cutoff eventually, obviously.
I met the cutoff, but at first I was 6 months too young.
Okay, what happened?
God is what happened. Look, some stuff, you can't even explain how it happened, but God did it. I won the silver gloves at 16. The president of USA Boxing at that time said, Claressa, you're too young to go to this Olympics, which was 2012, the next year. He said, but don't get pregnant and don't have no kids.
That's what he said?
Yep. He said, and I'll see you at 2016. I was crushed. I was bummed. But guess who was there? Evander Holyfield. I went and sat with him and I said, hey, he's like, I watched your fight. You fight like a boy. You fight like a boy. I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, so what you doing next? I'm like, I want to go to the Olympics, but I guess I'm too young. So I think I'm just going to quit boxing now. He was like, quit? I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this for another 4 years. I got to make some money. Like, I got to take care of my family and stuff. He said, don't quit. He was like, go home, pray about it. He was like, and don't turn pro. He said, when the Olympics, you can go to the Olympics 2016, but he said, I want you to pray about this though. I want you to quit. This was Evander Holyfield. And so I went home, bummed about it, sad about it, and then I prayed too, like, God, I'm not asking you to give me a gift to the Olympics. I'm telling you, let me earn it.
Opportunity, yeah.
Let me get in the ring with these women so I can show them that A ain't nothing but a number. So I'm like, let me just show them, God, just give me a chance. And I was praying about it. And then Jason called me one day when I was at school. He said, go and print out this paper. We got the Toledo Pal coming up. And I said, why are we going to that for? I can't qualify for the Olympics. It was the last qualifier. He said, print out the paper like I said. I said, okay. I printed it out and I'm reading it. And at first it was saying the first paper that we had, it said you had to be 17 by October 6, 2011. At that time, I was 16. I wasn't 17, so I was 6 months too young. This one said you have to be 17 by May 21st, 2012.
Okay.
I made the deadline by 2 months. My birthday was in March.
Yeah.
I said, ain't no way I'm reading this. I printed the paper out 10 times just to make sure I wasn't tripping. I called Jason probably crying like, so we can go to the Olympics? Like,
gonna make
crazy. He was like, we got to get ready for the PAL. Probably about like 6 weeks apart. I'm talking about, I probably ran through the whole school probably crying and kept reading the paper like, ain't no way, this just happened to me. This is crazy.
How did they I mean, I know you say it's God and I believe it. What made the IOC make that change like that?
The last Olympic qualifier, so they based it off the World Championships. Now they want it to be 17 by the World Championships. It wasn't that at first. They said you had to be 17 by October 6, 2011. I wasn't old enough. The president of USA Boxing told me.
He said 16.
2016, I see you.
So in May 2012, you go to the World Championship and you face Savannah Marshall. Did you know about Savannah Marshall before you got there?
Nope.
You knew nothing about her?
It was my first international tournament.
Really?
Yep.
In China?
In China.
Did y'all meet in the finals?
No, we met. So let me tell you something about my career, just so you know, because don't be hating on me.
Talk to me.
I've never got no other medal but gold. I've never got no silver or no bronze.
I believe it.
So why do I say that? Because I beat a girl named Ronnie Pooji the first day. And then the second day I fought against Marshall. That wasn't the semifinals, quarterfinals, no nothing. It was just second day. The day after that would have been the quarterfinals. I lost that day. I lost the second day, so I didn't medal. I didn't place. That was it.
How did you deal with it though? Because that was your first loss.
Yep, 26-1.
How did you
26
deal
wins,
with it?
1 loss. Honestly, I took it really hard. You know, I cried about it. I was mad about it. I watched the fight over and over and over again because in the fight, I didn't get hurt. I wasn't wobbled. She didn't get an 8 count on me. And the thing is, at that time, if my skill couldn't get you, I knew that my dog would get you. So it was one or the other. And it was like, she didn't outskill me, but I don't feel like she definitely didn't outdog me. So I'm like, how she won the fight? So I watched the fight over and over again. And to this day, I'm 29 years old, and I can tell you, I didn't lose that fight.
You still feel like that?
100%. All the fans feel like that because they tried to leak the film on YouTube before we fought to play mental games. And then they took it down because all the UK fans was like, yo, She said she walked Claressa down and beat her up, and it's like she running the whole fight. She running, she holding, I'm landing punches on her. The whole narrative has been switched. Savannah Marshall used that moment to build up her whole career. To say, oh yeah, I beat Claressa. You didn't beat me.
You know what she just said. Come on, Claressa. You gotta own your losses, Claressa. Come on.
I beat her and I beat her.
She don't believe you beat her.
Undisputed. But what the loss did, see, I gotta keep going back to God because it's so powerful. I had got maybe a little comfortable at the age of 16. I was beating everybody. I had beat Franchon Cruz. I had beat Tika Hemingway. All these girls was like the number ones, number twos, number threes. Girls who they had going to the Olympics and represent. They've been around for 10 plus years already. I'm coming in, the newbie off the block, the youngest, the least experienced, and I'm beating these girls. Right. So now that we go into the international boxing, I felt the same way. What I did with Savannah was I didn't look up her footage. I didn't know how tall she was, how long she was. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know that she even spoke English. I didn't know. So all the things that I didn't know played against me in the fight. Now, do I feel like I still won? Yes. But that fight made me so mad when I lost. The next 3 months leading up to the Olympics, I went from running 2 miles a day to where I was running 6 miles one day, 4 miles the next. 6 miles one day, 4 miles the next. I wasn't taking off no Sundays. I'm punching the bag. And when my arm get tired, usually I used to drop my arm like, all right, man, the bell ain't even rung yet, but we got like 10 seconds. Now I'm punching through the bell. I'm running more miles. I'm more locked in. I'm more focused. I cut my little boyfriend off I had at the time. I really locked in for 3 months and was like, I am not being denied my gold medal at these Olympics. And when I did that, that was the change. And so it's like without that loss there, I think I probably would have got a bronze because I had plenty of conversations with God, and God was like, you didn't ask me. I replay it all the time. He said, you didn't ask me to keep you undefeated. You asked me to win a gold medal. That's what you asked. That's what you wanted. That's what your heart desired. You didn't desire to stay undefeated. That's not what you asked.
That's not what you asked for.
Like, be very specific with your prayers. Yeah. And I said, God, I pray that I get to go to the Olympics, that I win the gold medal at the age of 17.
So if you're gonna win a gold, you gotta go through this.
Right here. Without this moment here, there is no gold medal. So which one do you want to win here and then lose there? Or do you want to lose here and then win at the big picture? Mm-hmm. And I like the way that God did it.
Tell me about the Olympics. First time women's boxing had ever been there.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest stage you've ever been on as an amateur. This is it. Like everything we've been talking about, training for it, like this moment is here. Mm-hmm. Did you participate in the opening ceremonies?
I did.
What did all that feel like to you when you actually set your feet in them Olympics and at that opening ceremony?
You don't really realize you're amongst the best athletes in the world until you see them. So when you get to see like LeBron and you see
they all out there.
KD and Melo, and then you seeing the track runners and the swimmers, and you like, dang, I'm really around this person and that person, and then they slap you in the face like, hey, don't forget you one of the best people in the world too.
Can't forget that.
So don't be fangirling out about everybody else.
Can't forget that.
Because this is your time for you to make your claim here too. So when at the opening ceremony, it just reminded me like, you worked so hard to get here and we got to put it all on the line, every fight to win this, because everybody counting against you right now. They all saying, oh, she too young, she too inexperienced, she don't know how to fight like this, fight like that. Had to block everybody out and really lock in. And I locked in so bad, I didn't even know that iPhones could call other iPhones like FaceTime until after the Olympics. I didn't know. People was texting me. I didn't know what them FaceTime calls was.
Right, yeah, I ain't picking that up. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. I'm like, I'm just texting. But then after I won Olympics, I'm getting all these FaceTimes. I'm like, what is this? They like, you can see video of people. I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
I ain't paying no attention.
Yeah.
I care about one thing, and that's winning the Olympics.
But you did that. So how many fights did it take for you to get on that podium and get that first gold medal?
3.
3 fights.
3 fights.
What did that feel like? I seen the footage, man. Look, I love that footage.
Uh-huh.
I see a little girl
Yep.
in you in that moment. I see you happy. I see the weight off of you.
Yep.
You had a lifelong dream and you accomplished it. So I just love that moment because you just giddy and you laugh and it's like, give me my medal.
I went crazy.
And how did you feel?
I felt, see, because you've been there, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I could finally breathe now. I can relax. And it was the first time that I had actually felt like a internal happiness. Like, it didn't involve nobody else. Like for at least a year, I slept with my gold medal under my pillow, and every day I woke up, I just pull it out like.
Still there?
I think the first night I went to sleep, and I put it under my pillow, and I woke up, and I was like, I fought already, and I'm like, oh, I pray to God I ain't tricked myself to think there's no gold and it's the silver, man. And I lifted up the pillow, I'm like,
still gold. Come on.
The girl is gold plated. I remember being just so excited and so happy and I just knew like all the endorsements about to come, all the sponsorships about to come, all the money about to come, the cars. Like I was really excited. And then I was the only one that won a gold medal at the Olympics. And I was on a team with some great athletes, Earl Spence, Terrell Gachet, JoJo Diaz, Marlena Sparks, the Queen Underwood, Jose Ramirez. These were guys that was on my team. These are guys who are world champions now. It was different, but I knew like with me being the only one that won the gold, that higher my chances of getting the endorsements and all that stuff.
But what was surprising to me is when I watched the documentary, Jason, the coach, I was surprised at how much, what's the right way to say this? I was surprised at how much he depended on you getting them endorsements even for him to stop working. Because he would say stuff in the doc like, man, I gotta keep working this job. I gotta keep doing, and like he kept bringing up the fact that he was like, Claressa, we gotta get these, man, we running out of time. He would say stuff like that, and I'm like, man, he was really like depending on them endorsements coming through after them Olympics.
Yeah.
Why do you think he was so focused on that? Like, it's one thing for him to want you to have it, but he was like, this is gonna affect my life. I'm gonna get to stop working. That's the takeaway I got from the doc. Without
Jason input, not just training me, but I had lived with Jason. You know, he fed me. I had a room there. He took me back and forth to school, and never asked for a dime. You know, did it all just off the strength of love and boxing. You know, and I think that he is deserving of everything that I've got too. You know what I'm saying? Like not that he deserves the piece or that he should be entitled, but without him, there would be no GWOAT. There'd be no Claressa Shields. And I say that humbly to say that he instilled so much in me that without me having what he instilled in me, I wouldn't be as strong as I am mentally. I've always been strong and brute strong and just had that attitude, but he put in hard work and put in focus and discipline. He instilled all that in me because I didn't have that, you know, and even belief in myself, he believed in me first.
Right.
I think that he just felt that I was deserving of it, and he knew that I would be appreciative toward him to make sure that he was taken care of.
Yeah. Now, eventually, as you're getting ready for the 2016 Olympics, and you go trying to get this second gold medal, Crutchfield is not training.
Yeah.
What was the breakup?
The breakup between me and Jason, just him being my coach and me and him being as close, was just, I think that we just too much alike. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that he's strong-headed and he raised me to be strong-headed, and we always bump heads from that. You know, only people talk to me a certain way, people treat me a certain way, and he's used to being how he is. He can talk to you any type of way, say what he want to say, make the rules, you just listen. He's used to that. So the fact that I wasn't taking that, and I also wasn't listening. He told me, you win the 2012 Olympic gold medals, you can have whatever boyfriend you want, how you want them, all this stuff. So I win the 2012 Olympic gold medal, and he's still telling me I can't have a boyfriend.
Yeah,
there's only one boy I wanted.
Real?
Yeah, man. Why you gonna say the man name?
Hey, listen, the man name, you got a documentary out. You feel me? It's out there.
It's out there. We was together for 4.5 years, man.
I remember that scene in your bedroom, right? With he came in there, Jason came in there with his wife.
Yep.
And he was like, no, you can't date him. And you was like, I'm trying to live right with God. And
I gotta tell you the truth.
I'm not gonna lie to you. What you want me to lie to you? He was like, no, I don't want to hear it. And I remember he wasn't trying to hear none of that.
Yeah.
And his wife was backing him up. And you was like, what you want me to do? Like, you want me to lie about it? Nah, you gonna lose your focus and you gotta dump him. So when I seen that, I was like, before, you know, I watched the rest of the doc, I didn't know what happened with y'all. I was like, that ain't gonna work.
No, because at this time now, I'm 18 years old. I done graduated high school now.
But what was the problem though? Like I can see,
it was the
and
problem.
it was somebody in the gym, so it's like if he was concerned, he at least got he could see what's going on for the most part and have an idea, okay, she's still focused.
Man, honestly, Jason knew that I was very pure and I was still a virgin at this time and I hadn't done nothing and he wanted me to keep that. And he also knew that on the flip side, I was very naive. So at this time, you know, Rel, my guy, you know, my dude, I love him to death. Well, he was out here doing his thing. I didn't know about that. So I think Jason was trying to protect me.
So he knew about it.
From getting my heart broke, getting my feelings hurt. Because, you know, when women get their feelings hurt and girls, sometimes like they may quit coming to the gym. You know, oh, he at the gym, I don't want to go to the gym and see him because he there. You know, or we going through a breakup, so now I'm all sad and I'm not motivated, whatever. Right. So he was trying to protect me from that. I can say that now that I'm older, you know. But back then, like how I was telling him, I don't want to lie to you because I'm not a liar. I didn't know that people actually lied. So when I'm dating this guy who I'm madly in love with, it's my first love, I'm believing him when he's saying, oh, it's just me and you, and I'm gonna wait on you and all this stuff. We're gonna get married. You know, I'm just believing all this stuff. And Jason like, rest. He trying to protect me, but also keep me focused. And I was just so like... He saw what you didn't see. He saw what I didn't see, but I was just so rebellious against it because it was like, I love this guy.
Well, I was siding with you in that moment because I was like, she doing the right thing.
I'm telling the truth. That's the right thing to do.
But then Rel, he got me too because I believed him. I'm like, dude, quiet. He's staying out the way. He just in the gym.
Yeah, but them be the ones.
That's why you don't be knowing, man.
Them be the ones. But you know what? Me and him had 4.5 years together and we didn't get into like our first argument or disagreement till we was together for like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
But I still feel like if Jason would have just let it play out instead of trying to break it apart, if he would have let it stay together, I would have started things sooner and we would have broke up sooner. But it was like he was just like, it was at a time where I'm like, I'm just gonna be with him just because I know it's now you want to break us up so bad, we gotta make sure we fight to stay together. We gotta fight to stay together, you know? And that's just kind of like, if your dad don't like a guy, you wanna be with the guy. You know, I think if he would have been like, oh, okay, I like this, I'd have been like, I don't think I like him like that no more. But it was just like, he just was like, he was accepting to it where he was like, I don't like him. And I just was like, yep, keeping this one.
Who trained you for real when you was home?
Man, listen, I trained out of the garage of Leon Lawson. I sure did.
Was Leon a trainer? He just let you use
Leon trained me. He patted me up. He went to the different gyms with me. My pro debut, Leon was there. He was in my corner, him and Andre Durrell. So Leon he gave me a key. I used to come there and train 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, blast the music loud as I wanted to in the gym, work out till 6, come back again, train at 8, train at 5. He gave me a key. I can pull up to the house, whatever, and just...
He didn't have no problem with it.
He had no problem with it. And that's, I actually trained there till we got till the World Championships. And then after I won the World Championships, that's when I ended up moving to Colorado Springs.
You did move to Colorado.
To live there 2014 to 16. Yep.
You get to Rio.
Yep.
There's only a handful of boxing people on the ground at that time that had a gold medal and they coming to get a second one. What's the vibe like when you there? Do you feel, it had to be different than the first time around?
Top dog.
Did you sense that from the people in your weight class? Like they was like, she's the one.
Top dog. I had just won the World Championships twice. The World Championships come every 2 years. So I lost 2012 to Marshall. 2014 World Championships, I won gold. Marshall got a 4th place bronze. She's on the podium looking like a loser.
Oh, I gotta back this up. Did you fight her in the first Olympics?
No, she lost. She lost the day before every time.
And then what about the second one in Rio? Y'all didn't fight?
She lost the day before.
So y'all never met, okay.
That's what I'm saying. She was losing on purpose.
Okay.
I don't care. She was losing on purpose. She knew what was gonna happen.
Oh my goodness.
I was gonna knock her out in the amateurs. But no, so going into the second Olympics, everybody knew that's Claressa Shields. I had the NBA players, everybody track run.
They knew who you were.
Everybody knew who I was. Everybody, like, I'm taking pictures with everybody. I'm the hottest thing smoking.
But that's more pressure though. It's one thing when they don't expect you to win, you're trying to prove that I can win. But when you expect it to win, that's a different type of pressure.
I had already been through this whole thing already. So it was like, I'm not being denied, and I also was not at a standstill. It's different if I was the same fighter from 17 till I was 21. I had grown so much and gotten so much better and so much smarter. What they listen, they had no chance. It wasn't no denying me. Remember Coach Billy, who worked with Team USA, he from Ireland. He the head coach now. He told me, "Oh, I want to let you know something. The second Olympic gold medal is going to be harder to win than the first one, and you need me to win your second Olympic gold medal." And I told him, "I don't need you for nothing, sir. I'm gonna let you do. You gonna be the head coach
But y'all
here."
supposed to have chemistry though. That's the head coach.
He came in and people gave him this false information like I was a prima donna and I trained in my own time and I don't listen. I'm like, I'm the hardest worker in this thing. Yeah. I'm the first person here, last one to leave. So I don't know where he got that information from, but that's how he came out the gate at me. And I told him, I said, listen, I don't need you to win the second Olympic gold medal, and I need you the first time. What I'm gonna tell you is, I've already been told that I'm gonna win the gold medal. He said, told by who? I said, God. God has already told me. They thought the first time you won was a fluke. We're coming back to show them again.
How he look at you when you say that?
He's talking about some. Okay, I said, so I don't want to talk to him like that no more. I said, what we gonna do is, you can teach me new stuff and I'll add it to my arsenal if it works, and I'll use it. If it don't work, I won't use it. But we gotta understand, we don't talk to each other like that, and we don't put doubt in each other's mind. That's not what we do. And he was like, okay, all right. I said, all right.
Y'all was good from then on?
No, we still had problems after that.
Yeah. We
still had problems because it was like, I'm not a people pleaser. We know that. You know that I'm not a people. I don't care.
You gonna speak your mind.
I'm gonna speak my mind, my opinion, my facts, whatever. So he used to yell out stuff in the corner for us to do at these fights, and I wouldn't do it. As long as I won the fight, I'm good. But he wants you to do stuff that he wants you to do. No, because if I lose, I can say I lost because I did it my way. Not because I did something you told me to do, it didn't work out. Because I almost got dropped before doing some stuff he called a zigzag or whatever. It's crossing your feet or whatever.
His instructions.
I almost got dropped one time. So after that, I said, no, I'm not doing that no more. And then I just leaned on my own understanding. But I always trained hard, was in the best shape, took care of myself, massages, everything. I knew how to do it. I had been there already. And I was telling all the other athletes. I told all the athletes up on the team, man, they got a condom machine around here.
Yeah, it's lit.
Don't use it.
It's lit. In the Olympic Village.
Yeah, I'm like, don't use the condoms. Wait till after you fight. All the women gonna be here the day after you fight. Ain't no need, man, but these guys, man, and girls.
They thinking short term.
They just, we at the Olympics, you only live once. This athlete, that athlete. I'm like, y'all, just wait till after. This person gonna be here.
Well, yeah, you only gonna get this opportunity one time.
One time. You talking about this person, man, please.
You do it a second time.
Yeah.
Did the endorsements come this time?
Yeah, they did. Leading up to 2016, I was getting endorsements. After 2016, I was getting endorsements. Right now, it's like opportunities have come. I'm endorsed by Bose headphones and Celsius drink. Mm-hmm. I got some, but we're working on one big. You know, I want people to. I am manifesting where we see the big announcement on Claressa Shields just closed on a $20 million endorsement deal. That's what we're working on right now. I feel like it's very close. I feel it in my heart, you know, that it's going to happen. And it's very deserving, and I've earned it. It just, now you have to play the game.
Delay is not denial.
Yep.
So even though it got delayed, it came.
Yep.
So a lot of times it's a timing thing. A lot of times God ain't saying no, he just saying you gotta wait. Because what you asking for, I gotta build your character.
Yep.
I may have to remove some people. I may have to bring some people into your life.
Yep.
Just wait on it.
God's timing is the best time. I tell people that all the time. I'm so glad God didn't bless me with all the endorsements and sponsorships and millions of dollars when I was 17, because I'd be sitting here broke right now. Because I didn't know how to tell people no. I was too naive. And I believe that nobody in this world lied and everybody was just honest. And
I wish you was right.
And man, have I found out about this world since I done got a little older.
Your pro debut was on my undercard.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Your pro debut is on my undercard,
Yes.
November 19, 2016,
Mhm.
Kovalev won. You fought Franchon Cruz. That's my girl too, man. She
I love her.
I love how she get down and just, how she carry herself. Man, I had so many issues in that training camp, knee was swollen, all this stuff. I remember I didn't want to pull out the fight because I was like, I'm gonna mess up Claressa's pro debut. I'm talking to Julie on the phone, almost in tears, like I ain't trying to, if I have to pull out of the fight, she ain't gonna get to fight. She like, you can't worry about that. It's gonna take care of itself. You gotta worry about yourself. I remember being so worried that I was gonna mess up your moment.
Oh, man.
If I pulled out of that fight. But, given the history of women's boxing, like what was your expectations coming into the pro game from just all across the board?
Me being who I was, I came in like
You was expecting it.
I know y'all about to put me on TV. I know y'all about to pay me. I know y'all finna give me these opportunities. That's how I came in. My first fight, I don't know, how much did you get paid your pro debut?
Like, I think 250.
250K?
Mm-hmm.
My pro debut, I got paid 50K. This is a woman fighter. Women back then was fighting for world championships at 10K, 3K,
Right.
5. So to come out the gate and get 50 I'm like, oh, I'm on to something.
And my thing got dropped because 2000 Olympics, Ricardo Williams had his moment, so they was like, we ain't putting, so everything, the bonus went down.
Yep.
The guarantee for HBO went down. If Rick and them would have did their thing and did what they supposed to do,
yeah, you would have got the
man,
millions.
I'd have got way more. My bonus, my first pro fight, everything. So, but it just be like that sometimes. So, but like to your point though, I really don't think I was ready for $1 million or more coming out the Olympics. That might have ruined my life. The family, they gonna publicize it. People gonna, what I got was what I was supposed to get.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you won your first world title August 4th, 2017.
Nikki Adler. I knocked her out in the 5th round.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who was in my corner that fight, don't you?
Cool.
Jason Crutchfield. We won our first world title together.
Oh, yeah?
See, we got double up. Bring it on back.
Y'all brought that thing back?
Bring it on back. I did my training camp in Flint. I worked with Jason.
Did you reach out to him or he reached out to you?
I reached out to him.
Okay.
That's how it got to be with him. You got to kind of...
He ain't going to do it?
Nah. He too...
Was he open or was he like, I don't know?
He was open to it.
I know that had to hurt him missing that second gold medal and not training you for that.
Yeah.
He might not have shown
and also too, in the lead up to that, he wasn't no hater, but he wasn't no supporter. He was like, how you gonna do it without me?
Really?
Type of deal. And I just was like, knowledge, you taught me everything. It's not like I forget it just because you're not with me no more.
You think he felt that?
He said it.
Ooh.
He said it, and I just was like, okay. So it was like, I don't want to have to prove a point to you, but now, sometimes doubt drives you. When somebody doubts you, especially somebody close to you, you'd be like, you know what? I'm sorry to have to put my foot in your ass on this one, but I'm about to show you.
That's a lot of what fighters are driven on.
Yep.
Doubt. Because whether it's a writer, fan base, your opponent, that teacher, that parent, that auntie that said you wasn't, we don't forget that stuff. Fighters don't forget none of the slights, none of the negative things that was said. I remember stuff to this day.
I don't forget nothing.
But you won your first world title in 2017. Then you went on a run.
Yeah.
2018, you won another world title at middleweight. 2020, you won another world title. So now you a 3-time world champion. And it's a tough question because it's kind of relative, but like at this point as a 3-time world champion, were you making the money you felt you deserved?
Hell no.
I don't know what that number could have been. That's why I say it's relative, but like, did you feel like you was making enough money?
No, nowhere near.
But do we ever feel like we making enough?
Sure, of course you can, but not me. It was like, dang, I'm getting more viewership than Adrian Broner. And Adrian getting paid $2, $3, $4 million, and he coming off of being laid off for 2 years, laid off for a year. I'm getting more viewership, but he getting more money. So you was kind of using that as a barometer. Yeah, I'm like, dang, like, how am I getting more viewership? And I'm putting butts in seats too, but I ain't getting no cash. I wasn't making nowhere near $1 million, nowhere near $500K. I was 3-time world champion. I wasn't making no money. And when you was demanding or asking for that, what was the responses? Oh, you don't have enough followers up on social media. Oh, you're not getting enough viewership. Oh, you gotta have a larger fan base to be pay-per-view. And it just was like, I was telling them, the same way that y'all build these men up, y'all got to put the same energy into the women. So y'all promoting my fights, 4 weeks, but Promote the Men fights 12.
But then when you don't sell because they promoted it like that or didn't promote it like that,
Then
it's
they want to say,
fall on
you didn't get the viewership. And it was like, no, actually, you guys didn't promote it the same. You know, anytime people say I speak out about everything, well, somebody got to. They had a whole commercial on ESPN where it was showing all the WBC men champions, right? And I said, dang, where's the women commercial at? I got WBC too.
Right.
So somebody got to speak up. Somebody got to tell them, like, I understand what y'all saying about the viewership, but you promoted my fight 8 weeks less.
Right.
So now and then I don't know how many marketing dollars that y'all putting behind it, but it couldn't have been the same with 4 weeks compared to 12. And then so now I am getting more in control of my storytelling and build my own social media and getting control of my own brand. Now the viewership and stuff is going up, but I had to kind of learn that stuff on the fly. You know, I had to learn it on the fly, and it wasn't easy, but they were laughing. You know, listen.
That's how it starts.
Shout out to Showtime. They showed me so much love. You know, giving me the main events and everything, but that was also a network that said that a woman would never make $1 million fighting on Showtime. That I would never be able to fight on the pay-per-view undercard of Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. I would never get that opportunity and they said, oh, you don't have enough followers. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we don't know if you sell. And it was like, well, if you give me an opportunity, we can see. We can at least try and mess up and then do better, but.
You got to have that in life, but in the game, the sport of boxing, because you got to have vision and you got to have a strong belief.
Very strong belief.
Because you're going to hear a lot of you're going to hear a lot of no's, you're going to hear a lot of excuses and reasons why it can't happen. And maybe all that was true up to this point, but we could change that. And boxing don't like a lot of change. We like to keep stuff just the way it is. Same managers take the same percentage. Y'all make the same money. Y'all get y'all a little bit to the side. Keep entertaining. Just shut up. Keep fighting.
Yeah.
And don't try to change nothing.
Yeah.
So I love what you're saying about shaking up the game, because that's what time it is. We're not in this to keep it the same.
I had told them, I came out the gate trash talking.
Right.
They like, yo, I remember you called me.
Yeah. What I say? I forgot what I said. What did I say?
I remember you called me. You said, Chris, I gotta talk to you about something. I said, what's up? He was like, you ain't gotta do that. I'm like, do what? He was like the trash talking, this extra persona. He said, if they making you do that, you ain't gotta do that. I said, they not making me do nothing.
That's me.
You was like, so that's really you? I said, yeah, that's how I am. You was like, for real? I'm like, yeah. You was like, oh, all right, we'll keep doing it.
I was still learning. I just want to make sure it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? If that's you, handle your business.
Right,
but you back yours up though.
Exactly.
So I can't be mad at it.
But I remember you calling me like, you ain't gotta do that. You can still keep your godly ways. Because it was a point in time, I hadn't had a name yet. Well, I came in with Claressa T-Rex Shields, but I was gonna change it to Woman of God. I was gonna change it to that. I might do it toward the end of my career.
Right.
When I get to that holy person.
Right.
I'm almost there.
It's on the way.
It's on the way. But so when you called me, because we done had plenty of conversations about God and everything, I knew like you caught out like a real sense of concern.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's something like, hey, they making you do this?
Right. I'm like, no, Andre, this is me. You like, oh, all right, well, keep on then. I said, it's good. It's good.
And it's cool too, like I said, because as long as you can back it up, and it's who you are, man, do your thing. 100%. I ain't mad at it. But I want to get back to the story. At this point, Claressa, you got more fame and more money than you ever have in your life. How's your family dealing with that? Because a lot of times they say the athlete, the entertainer, the one that came up changed. And that do happen sometimes. Yeah. But what I've learned is a lot of times the people around you that change because they didn't know it was gonna be as big of a situation. I heard how much money she make. I seen them outfits. I seen that car. How they dealing with it at this point?
Sadly, I have, and it's not just from family and close, but it's close friends who I grew up with, people I was close to, immediate family, siblings. Some people I never thought I'd be living my life without. You know what I'm saying? And it's all because I'm successful, and all because they don't know how to accept it, or they feel like I changed, or they want, or they expect more out of me. Listen, I done bought every last one of my siblings a car.
Really?
bought my mama a house, my mama 2 cars, my daddy a car, help him with his bills, help mama with her bills, help my sister take care of her 3 kids. Her 3 kids live with me. They lived with me when I was in Michigan. 3 kids. Her little daughter come everywhere with me. Like my little niece Suki, that's my daughter. Everybody call her my daughter. She come everywhere with me. I teach them all how to box. I go there, sit with the teachers, go to teacher conferences. I do all this stuff. And it seemed like the more you do, the more that they don't like you.
Right.
I think that for me, I overlooked how much my sister, started disliking me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I never done nothing to her. But she genuinely just jealous and envious and try to go on the internet and say all this crazy stuff about me and stuff like that. And it really hurt my feelings, to be honest with you, because what I've done for her, people won't do for nobody else. And it's hurtful, but what can you do about it? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get emotional, you know what I'm saying? But me and my sister got the same mama and same daddy, and we grew up together. And, she just, you work so hard to make all this money and to have a good life for yourself. And then the people who you want to share it with, they just change on you. And it's hurtful because people say it's lonely at the top, but damn, this lonely, you know what I'm saying? I would have been all right dealing with one. I could have dealt with her, you know what I'm saying? But she just decided, she don't like me and I'm this terrible person and all this stuff. So I can't change how you feel about me. I can only just say like, dang, I thought it was better than that because she my baby, you know what I'm saying? But you just got to keep on moving though, you know what I'm saying? Like I got way more fame coming than this. When this movie drop and all this stuff, I'm about to be on magazine covers and making all type of money. Man, listen.
Yeah, that thing dropping on Christmas too.
I am not
Prime
slowing
time.
down.
Yeah.
I'm not slowing down. Yeah. It's over. So if you can't accept me now and you mad because I'm successful and everybody love me and I'm such a good person, it's nothing I can do. I had to love you from a distance, but it's wrong though. It's wrong for family to be that way. People shouldn't feel like because I work my butt off that they deserve my money and they deserve my time and they deserve to tell me who I can and can't hang around and they can be so entitled. Family shouldn't be like that. And friends either. Everybody got a Claressa Shields story, man. Oh, Claressa did this to me. Claressa did that to me. Claressa be at the gym. Claressa be wanting to have her a man and be under her man. No. Claressa love kids. I love kids. I love my family. If you reach out to me and you need help, I help you. Like, I don't know what else you supposed to do. Cause I ain't no hater. I ain't never took from nobody, stole from nobody. So it bothers me that somebody who I came up around and friends and family, like these my dogs, now all of a sudden I'm the bad person. But I wasn't a bad person when I was doing backflips for you. When I didn't have no boundaries. You can talk to me how you want to talk to me. You can trigger me. You can make me cry. You can mess up fights. You can do all this stuff. Soon as I tell you no to something, I can buy you a car, put you in a house, pay all your bills.
It ain't enough.
Because people don't want what you have. Somebody close to me told me this. People don't want what you give them. They want what you have. And that there has...
That's good. I like that.
Listen.
That's true.
Hey.
Say that again.
People don't want what you give them. They want what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that there you can't have. You can't have what I done worked hard for. I can give you a little bit. I can help you.
Yeah.
But I can't give you what I...
Ain't none of y'all taking these punches. Ain't none of y'all going to these training camps.
Running. What?
And you know what, man? I don't think I ever said this publicly, but I lost most of my family because of success. When I was in the streets, trying to box and be in the streets, and I'm showing up to the family function high, everybody was cool with me. Mm-hmm. When I was drunk, everybody was cool. Oh, look at him, they laughing, it's a joke. But when me and my wife start elevating and we start putting boundaries in place, like, nah, we ain't gonna do that, man. Hey, y'all can drink at y'all house, but I don't drink no more, man. God took that from me. I don't wanna, what? It became an issue.
So now you think you better than everybody now?
Hello. Or you start, even with my faith, I start putting boundaries like, man, I can't do that no more. That's your business if you wanna do it, but I just can't do it. And it's hurtful.
Yep.
But what I learned is you got to let God have his way because he's listening to them conversations that you're not privy to.
And God will punish you if you don't listen.
But I'm saying he knows people's hearts. We may look up like, that's my sister, that's my brother.
Yep.
He know the heart better than us.
Yep.
So when God removes somebody, we got to let him go. So I got to cry, do what I got to do, but I got to let you go over there until your heart change, if it ever changed at all.
Yep.
Or else God going to say, I tried to tell you.
Right.
And it's hard losing people, but you got to choose your heart. Because you either had a heart of creating boundaries and letting people gossip and move on and your circle gets smaller, or you could choose the heart of not saying no, not having no boundaries, and you look up and your money ain't right at the end of your career, or everybody got stuff and you looking like, bro, I ain't got nothing. I bought everybody a house, I got everybody a car, everybody got vacation, but now I ain't got what I'm supposed to have and I can't fight no more. Yeah. That's hard too. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, it ain't no easy road. We just got to choose which heart we want to choose.
And I have chose my heart. I got a circle of about 3 people. I used to roll around deep. I could call about 30 people. We all be on group FaceTime, talking, having a good old time. Now it's like, listen, Claressa is private. Don't ask me about nothing. Don't ask me about who my man is.
Sis, that's elevation. You growing, you maturing.
I don't want you to know nothing. Listen, if you ain't around, if you ain't close enough to know what's going on, you don't know what's, and I'm not going around telling you people about what I'm eating, where I'm at, how I'm doing, the house.
The least you know, the better.
That's right. And you know
you
what?
Acting funny. I know.
That's it.
I got to.
Nah, because people, like y'all, it's crazy. The fans is crazy. The family is crazy. The haters, like y'all crazy.
I live behind a gated community, right? I had some people, some family members, put my name on the gate, the permanent gate. Nah, that's why I got a gate, because I need to know when you coming.
Right, know when you
I want that hands up, the so-and-so here. Let me think if I want to let them up. I'm not putting you on the permanent gate, the name on the permanent list. Right. You ain't getting on that thing. Why you going to MMA?
Oh my God.
Was it money, or you just wanted to try something else? You just like to fight that much?
Yo, every time a girl in MMA use her hands and get a knockout, if I'm like, oh, she got the best hands in the up in boxing and the best fist and the best hands, and I'm like, no, Claressa Shields got the best hands in women's boxing, hands down, hands down. You can put me in top 10 with the men. Ain't no other woman out here doing that. So when they got to comparing me to Amanda Nunes, talking about who win in the fight against me, I said, are y'all stupid? In the boxing match, I would destroy Amanda Nunes. Let's be real. Now, MMA, pump your brakes. I got to put in some years and years for that. But boxing, stop playing with me. With my left and my right, oh, please. Easy.
I can't believe you did it. Like, I'm seeing you like,
it was really a tug at their heart.
Doing it for real.
Tug at their heart. So Amanda said, tell Claressa Shields come to my world and I choked the shit out of her. That's what she said. And I said, this girl think I'm scared of getting choked? She think I'm scared of fighting her? Yeah. I'm gonna show these girls in MMA. I will fight y'all, but y'all won't fight me. It's 2 different fights, apples and oranges. I will come over there and peel that orange, but you won't come over here and bite this apple. It's 2 different things. So for me, it was just a tug at them, make them mad, to show them like, I knew it was gonna be hard, but I actually enjoy MMA. And like you said, like, I love fighting, man. Something is really wrong. Something's, no, listen.
Why am I like this?
I'm telling you, like, I'm in a training camp getting ready for the fights, right? And they got me there with Holm. And they're like, first of all, Holly is an OG.
Oh, you was training with Holly?
I was training with Holm. She's an OG. Holm and Johnny Bones. Holm is an OG. She come in there, we got the gloves on. This is the big boxing day. You in the octagon, or you just? We in the octagon, but it's like big gloves day. So big gloves, you have the big gloves on, but you can still do takedowns and stuff, but mostly you're supposed to be standing up. But some people are like, look, I'm not good at standing up, so I'm gonna take you down. I mean, I'm talking about, I'm giving Holly the hands, the big rights. Ooh, boom, 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 I'm piecing her up. Right. Man, she threw a kick, man, cut my nose. Ooh. Her toenail, cut my nose and nicked me. I said, oh,
it's real.
Oh, man. So then I get mad. I start coming at her, charging her, hitting her. Holly said, whoa, take me down to the ground. I couldn't get up. She was, the way she was putting her head inside my chin and my neck, the way she was putting her elbow on me. And I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do down here? And then they like, work on what we showed you. And I'm like, okay, get to the side and get a hip and get the leg. And I could not get up. And she down there hitting me. I'm trying to hit her from the bottom. She grabbed my arm, about to put me in the arm bar, all type of stuff, man. And I said, this for real. I said, I thought to myself,
what did I get myself into?
Did you get yourself into?
Right.
Why did you do this? It got so bad to where I couldn't sleep at night because my mind was racing so bad. I started drinking wine every night. I needed 2 glasses.
At night? Come on, man.
I needed 2 glasses out there. This is hard, man. Like, I couldn't sleep because I'm like, why am I not good at this? It's fighting. And it took me some time to learn because you fight in the ground fight, the on the feet fight, the cage fight, and like the clinch.
It's a lot of disciplines.
All those you gotta be able to, so you wanna be boxing and you on the ground, boxing not gonna help you down here. You got to learn the clinch work, the fence work, the ground game, and you gotta upgrade your standing up. And when I tell you, I used to take notes and do all this training, train 3-4 hours a day with Johnny, train 2 hours with Holly, go back home, get a massage. I'm up at nighttime like, went to the gym today, and guess what? You still suck. Still suck. And then I'm like, I literally can't sleep because I just want to practice and want to get better. So I'm like, I gotta sleep. I pour my 2 glasses of wine, Moscato d'Asti, blue bottle. Boom, boom, take my 2 glasses. It made me mellow out. Then I don't go to sleep. I get back up in the morning. Time to go run. Time to go work with Holly. Time to go work with Johnny. And then
I don't know when they rest in MMA. I don't know when they rest. They got all these disciplines they got to do, and that ain't even just straight cardio either.
I was doing it all day. If I did 3 hours with Johnny, I did an hour with BJJ. Then I work on my kickboxing and my fence work with Holly. And then I run at night. Like you still got to make weight for these fights. You know, and you can't do all those disciplines at 100% because as soon as you do, you get injured. It's way different than boxing. Even in sparring, like they don't go 100%. In boxing, sometimes we go 80, 90% in sparring. We not about to...
Or 100.
Yeah, it depends on who you in there with.
Yeah.
Somebody crack you, it's
I'm
on.
going 100.
And then me sparring against the men, it be like, I don't know what y'all coming with. I got to be prepared. Yeah. I got to show you that I got some power, some speed, some skills because a dude, listen, I done got my kicking sparring by a dude. A dude done came in there just last camp. Jumped all over me. I said, what's wrong, man? What the hell? But we getting ready for a heavyweight fight. So I need this big dude. And it took me about 3-4 sparring sessions with him until I finally got him.
Figured him out.
I'm like, man, but this dude, man, came over there.
He was a sparring partner or he was just in the gym?
Sparring partner. Kicked my all over me. I got home, I was sore. I said, this big ass bear done jumped all over me.
Did you start getting with him?
Yeah, listen, I was getting him at the end of the camp. Okay. It just took me a minute.
It took me a minute.
I never dealt with nobody that big and that strong and who just walked through your punches. I had to start sitting on my punches and picking my shots, and I had to stay under him. I was trying to fight him over him. I had to get under him to be him. You got to figure out which one you got to do. And like I said, first couple times we sparred, I said, man, this dude this is crazy.
Man, spin the block with me for a minute.
Okay.
We're going to hit a couple corners real quick.
Okay.
This is something that's been on my mind for a minute.
Jesus.
Relax. It's going to be good. We're going to talk about it. Something I always wanted to ask you, you know, and this one hurt me, man. What happened with you and Laila?
Oh.
I knew y'all had history, but I had forgot all the history y'all had. But when I started doing the research again, I was like, dang, that thing run deep.
Yeah.
In terms of like just all the stuff that was said. But you said at one point in time, you had Laila's number in your phone as Big Sis Laila.
Yep.
How do we go from that to here?
I can say, from what I know, I won a world championship at 168, super middleweight.
Okay.
She was champ there. And then people start making comparisons. And when I feel like they start making comparisons, that's when like the texts and the good luck stuff from Laila stopped.
Really?
I know a mutual friend was at one of her fight parties that she threw for when I was fighting, because we was cool like that. She threw a fight party. She had a fight party up at her house for me. And once I won the fight at super middleweight, I think in the interview they asked me, you know, Claressa, so what did this say? I'm like, this proves that I'm the best woman fighter in the world, you know? And I think that that may have rubbed her the wrong way. And I think from what I heard, people that was at her party was like, oh, Laila, she'll give you a run for your money. And I feel like she felt some type of way about that. And also too, with me just, with my confidence, I don't feel like Laila Ali is a terrible fighter or not. She's a good fighter. She did a lot for women's boxing. But I think with her being Muhammad Ali's daughter, everybody has always just bowed down to her. And whatever she said went in women's boxing. So when she said that she the best, she can't be beat. People just like, oh yeah, okay. And it was like, nah, but I came in the game with, I'm the greatest. And I don't care who you talking about. I'm the greatest. Like, but that, I didn't do that to be disrespectful to her. It was to make my mark and stamp my claim on what I really felt. And even now to this day, you know, she did an interview saying, because at first they were like, oh, if me and her fought, you know, I think I would win. Well, I know I would win, but it would be tough. She's bigger, you know, whatever. She got more knockouts. Like, I used to give her props, but then she went on there. I don't know if it was Sway or The Breakfast Club. I don't know. Saying she just point blank knocked me out. And then from there, it was smoking the city.
Oh my goodness.
So, because you already know I don't even play like that.
Oh,
I don't play like that. And then the thing is, she keeps saying, one time she asked me to spar, and I was like, oh, you want to spar me, Andre?
But that's what I heard. I thought from where I sat watching it,
Andre.
It sounded like that's when that thing got off track. Is when
I was 20 when she did that.
I was like, you want to spar? And I think she said that she was saying it like to help you, like, do you want to spar? She was like, you want to spar? You want to spar? She was like, hold on.
One, we were face to face. It wasn't even no phone
Okay,
call.
So it was in person?
Yes.
Okay. I might have got that wrong.
It was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I might have got that wrong. But what, did you have that type of, was you on that type of time?
I had my stuff in the car.
But I'm saying, did you take it as a threat? Like, you want to spar? Or did you take it as I'm trying to help you?
So, let me tell you this. Jason Crutchfield was my eyes and my ears back then, because I was naive. I don't pay attention to stuff. Jason had already told me back then she feels some type of way.
He said that?
Jason told me that. He said.
But what was his reason?
His reason was like, she feels some type of way. Like, you coming in, gold medals and doing your thing, he was like, she feels some type of way. But she's still embracing you though. And I said, okay, whatever. But I had mad love for her though. So it was like, the closest thing to Muhammad Ali is Laila Ali. So I love this girl, you know what I'm saying? And looked into her, took her advice and everything. He said, when we going down here, because she had appointed me to give Muhammad Ali the Liberty Medal in Philadelphia. Coach had told me, he said, bring your sparring stuff just in case. Just in case. I said, yeah, right. He said, just in case you want to spar, bring your stuff. So what I do? I brought my stuff. So it was more out of a now that when she asked me to spar, I'm like, it went to my head. It went back to Jason when he was saying, she got a little something against you. She feeling away. And so when she was like, you know, she said, if you ever need me for sparring, you know, I always got a good four in me, you know what I'm saying? I'm always in shape for four. And I said, you want to spar me? And that's when it was more of like a, dang, I hate that coach was right about you. That was what it was. But that don't mean he
right just because she said.
Nah.
Because if she said it the way you said it, that sounds like she trying to help you. Like, I'm trying to spar.
But it was like, okay, I'm like, okay, well, we can spar when you want to spar. I got my stuff in the car. She like, no, it ain't like that. But she must have felt that I wasn't taking it like that. That's why I'm trying to tell you. It was more of like I would love the opportunity to spar against you. Why not? You know, if I'm more about, let's not talk about it, let's be about it. If you really the best, right now, if Laila Ali wanted to spar, I would spar her right now. Don't matter. Okay, so why didn't the fight happen? Because I'm seeing the back and forth. Yeah. And Laila said, I need $5 million. I seen an interview with you and you was like, the $5 million in. She was like, nah, the $5 million gotta be in escrow. Escrow. Then I stopped hearing about the fight. Yeah. What happened? Honestly, you should ask her that because she know what happened. The money was there. In escrow? It wasn't in escrow. She had to go through some things to make sure she was able to fight. And that's when the stuff stopped from there. Never once was I turned down no fight with her or why? This to me, fighting her right now is still the biggest fight up in women's boxing. I believe that. Right now. You got all the Amanda Serranos and Katie Taylors, but Claressa Shields versus Laila Ali, even in an exhibition, still the biggest fight in the world for women's boxing. So why would I turn that down? You know, and I'm not gonna say win, lose, or draw. When I win, you understand? But that's what I'm saying. So it had nothing to do with me on why it didn't happen. Because people will put up the money for that fight to happen still.
I believe it.
And honestly, with me growing and maturing, I don't dislike Laila. I think with some things she said was disrespectful, and it may have tugged at me a little bit because of how I had looked up to her at the time. But it's not something that can be fixed.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I mean,
that's gonna be my next question.
Yeah, we can be on a, hey, I said this, you said that, or well, cause I did come to her, you know, woman to woman in her inbox too.
I heard about that.
Like, you know, like, look, listen.
I heard about that. I heard about that.
You know, like, we ain't gotta love each other. We ain't got, but we can at least, respect each other and
Sis wasn't on it.
Support each other. And nah, she was like, oh, nah, like she was kind of like, I think, if I go back and read it, I think she had like, she was still mad or whatever. It's more like,
it's look, the ladies, man, y'all like, I ain't got no problem being in none of the male smoke, like whatever. I don't know what that is. The ladies different. Y'all different, because y'all just different in terms of how y'all will turn up like this. That stuff be having me like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't know how to fix that. But I wish, I really do. Like, I really feel like that would have been a dope team to have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like throughout the years, because I'm sure you had some things to give her. The younger generation can always give something to the older generation, but she had a lot to give you. I just feel like, man, I'm
gonna do it differently than what she did it. You know, when I'm done boxing, I am quite sure another girl gonna come up and they're gonna compare her to me. I'm going to embrace whoever that woman or whoever that girl is. Just on the strength of me knowing how hard women's boxing is and helping that girl know what this is the blueprint to get to where I got to faster. So it can be easier for the next generation. I'm not gonna be like that. And I'm not saying that she didn't start off that way, but women naturally, I hate to say it, women naturally have a jealous bone in their body. We all got it. And it's about you checking yourself and making yourself not be that way. It's just something that's in us. I think the comparison and my upbringing and me being as outspoken as I am rubbed her wrong, and it may have tugged at her jealous bone. And that's what made her be like that. But did she start off like that? No. Me and Laila have done playful face-offs.
She interviewed you.
She interviewed me. She gave me great life advice, even though I didn't take it because it's not what I wanted to do. It was great life advice. It wasn't until I fought for that championship and somebody compared us, and then it just was all over the world. They was comparing us or whatever. But naturally, I would have never had a problem with a younger girl saying that she feel like she can beat me in the fight. If anything, I just would have came out of retirement and beat her up, if anything.
I think the truth is, when Laila was doing her thing, women's boxing was not as big, and there wasn't as many opportunities.
Yeah.
Laila, it fought on and stood on somebody else's foundation. A lot of women before her, even those that weren't known, and she speaks about it. And I don't have the names off the top of my head, but there were women that went before her. And there were other women too, like Lucia Riker, Christy Martin, many other ones. So y'all don't get mad at me if I don't say your name. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. But everybody walking on somebody, and then you also are walking on the foundation that she laid too. It's a fact. And somebody gonna be walking on your foundation.
Yep.
So I think that's the truth of the matter. No matter what you felt somebody did, she felt you did. I just hope one day, man, that y'all can have a meeting of the minds, man, because it's easy to beef with people. It's easy to have an issue, not like somebody, but it's real grown to be like, man, you know what? I could have said that different. I could have did that different.
Like I said, I feel like the issue between me and her can be resolved. You know, she's done things like post my poster from my fight, but put the other girls who's on a co-main event as the header and all that type of stuff. It don't matter. Like the fans see it, they laugh about it. They like, oh, why you didn't put Claressa, whatever. I get it. I understand it. It's not no issue with me. she hasn't done nothing to me to where it's like, dang,
come back from
like
it.
that you can't come back from. Now, on the other hand, Alycia, now that's a whole nother question. Some people you gotta put your hands on them. You understand what I'm saying?
So that ain't repairable?
We gotta fight.
So you saying contact first, then peace.
No, me and her gotta fight. And it don't matter if we got spar. Something you got to know. Don't you ever come playing with me. That's not how I play.
Right.
And then the thing is with her, we was actually cool. So the whole flipping and switching up, maybe my feelings was always getting hurt. It hurt my feelings, but it also confused me because I was like, where is this coming from? Where did this come from?
So nothing happened that you know of
No.
that set that off?
No. I just woke up one morning and she calling me out.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing happened. We didn't have no words, no beef.
She didn't tell you like, hey sis, I'm about to do this so we can make some money. I'm trying to.
No. If she would have went that way about it, and if she didn't want the public to keep talking about her about her PEDs, I would have done that with her being a real sister, because I still was one of the only women boxers speaking up for her when she dropped dirty. I'm the one that spoke up for her and said she ain't no dirty fighter. I didn't start saying that she dirty till she played with me. When she got to acting how she was acting, now you acting crazy. I got to bring back attention to what you trying to bury, and I got to take the stuff off of it now and bring it to people's attention. But we didn't have no issue, man. We didn't have no issue. I don't know what happened. She just one day woke up and was like, I'm the best. I want to be the best. I'm better than Claressa. I want to fight against her, and I will fight her. And it was like, what? Where is this coming from?
How y'all end up on the same plane?
Big things popping, little things stopping. That's what happened. I'm going to LA to see the premiere of my movie, The Fire Inside, the first time. That's what I'm going to go do. I don't know what she was on the plane to go do. No idea.
Oh my goodness, Lord.
Yeah,
Can't
I don't
we
know.
all just get along?
Listen, I be trying, but I think that when I get to being too nice and I get to being too kind, these girls be like, oh, Claressa soft. Oh, no, Claressa not.
Man.
No, she not.
So it don't sound like you and Alycia are gonna be patching that up no time soon.
Nope.
You said that you and Laila, that's something you feel like y'all could work out. What's your message to Laila if you have any message? What would you like to say to her?
Dang. Well, if I had a message to Laila, it'd be, do I still want to fight you? Yes. But do I love you? Yes. And do I think that you did a lot for women's boxing and for me? Yes. So it can be reconciled if you wanted to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. But I don't have any, I don't wish bad on you, and I wish you and your family well. And if you ever want to fight, it's still on the table. You know, even spar, you know? But I don't think that we have to go in life, you know, hating each other. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't hate her.
I wouldn't even mind y'all fighting because that's a big payday.
Biggest fight in women's boxing.
That's a huge payday. Gonna do numbers.
Yeah.
So I love it from the business side.
She make money, I make money.
And we dap it up, man, give each other a hug, and we move on. Ain't no losers in that situation.
It's not.
So
100%.
I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of it, but I've seen comments and I've heard people talk about your femininity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or she act like a dude, or she act like that. And I've heard similar things about Serena, where they start trying to pick her apart. I've heard things about Simone Biles and her hair. Mm-hmm. And some of that is just a part of the culture where people they safe in their homes and they can say whatever they want to say and it ain't no consequence. It's free to lie on social media. Yeah. Right? But when that stuff come to your front door and you hear stuff like that about yourself or even about them, how do you deal with it?
You know, it's been a few different ways. Andre, you have seen me go back and forth with these trolls online. Yeah. You have called me and said, stop doing that. You know, it took me to get it out of my system. At first, I was responding to them, and I didn't miss a comment. I responded to every negative one. I cussed them out. I told them, hey, I'm blocking you, you loser, you fat, blah, blah, blah. I did all that. Yeah. Now, I'm at a point where it's like, I think all that backlash comes because I'm such a strong, powerful woman. They don't want black women to be this strong, be this outspoken, be this confident. They don't want that. So their job is to try and break me every chance they get. So right now, you don't see so much of me going back and forth with the fans because I focus more on the positive now. Because you can't tell me I can't fight. You can't tell me I'm broke. You can't tell me I'm ugly. You got to make up a lie on this social media.
It's free to lie online.
Yeah, you got to say something crazy, try to strike a nerve in me and make me be sad and make me depressed. And I just decided that ain't no troll on social media, rather it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, got that much control or that much power to make me be depressed and sad about something that you said. Nah, because it don't matter. And something that this person I'm close to told me, they said, don't take something personal from somebody who don't know you personally. Why are you even taking it so personal as if this person know you? They don't know you. So me just learning that, I focus more on a positive, and I know what their job to do is now. Like their job is to make me sad, angry, to trigger me.
Try to bait
me, and make me just stop being so confident. Stop thinking you can box. Stop talking like this. Like they want to change all these things about me, and I'm not letting them. I'm just going to continue to do what I want and live my life, because at the end of the day, we all got an expiration date. And when mine come, I want to die happy. That's it. I don't want to die sad and feeling like, oh, this person said this about me. You really can't control what they say or do.
And they reckless with it.
Yeah, because they don't have nothing to lose.
People want you to get in the gutter with them, man. Mm-hmm. They want you to get in the gutter with them. And really, it's, that's all a reflection of them. Like what type of dude is you?
Yeah.
To say something like this from the comfort of your home. You probably got your kids in the other room. I said this on the show with the Dre's, man. Like a lot of these dudes be grown men.
Yeah.
With your kids in the other room, and you talking crazy to this woman on social media.
And they got daughters.
Yeah, like what part of the game is that? And I don't understand that, oh, she talked too much. Okay, you can feel, because you are outspoken. Now, whether you talk too much or not, that's somebody else's opinion.
Yeah.
But the thing I don't get, they like, she said she could beat a man.
Yep.
And I'm looking at them like, that's what this is? That's why you feel that way?
Yeah. So
why you feel a way about,
so then we break that down. A lot of these men who regulars can't fight.
But I'm saying, why does that make y'all so insecure that she said that? I fought for most of my life. If I don't feel no type of way, I'm like, if I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's crazy.
But that's what I'm telling you. These men, the fact that I fight how I fight, and the fact that it ain't been done yet, but that they feel that it's possible that, oh my God, she can beat a man. If I can beat a man in boxing, I can beat them. Who regular men.
I think that's the issue, though. They
the
know,
issue.
like, she could probably get me. She shouldn't be saying that.
They intimidated. That's the issue. But I can't help that if you don't train, you don't work out, that I've been boxing for 18 years. I can't help that. But ain't no regular Smo Joe, man or woman, off the block about to come and give me the hands. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like I done sparred against Earl Spence, Shakur Stevenson, Jamel Herring, Robert Easton. I done sparred against some really great boxers. And the thing is, no, I ain't saying that I beat these guys up, but I didn't go in there and get dropped and get curved out. I went in there and boxed and did my thing. So it'd be like, for them, they want me to feel like I just can't fight, period. And it's like, that's not the case. That's not the case. But that's why they be intimidated, because if I was to get inside the ring and fight against a professional man and to beat them, all these other men would be in the outrage. Oh my God, she can beat me up now. Yeah. Oh my, and it's like, they don't want to, they just feel so intimidated, and that's the problem.
They're insecure.
That's it. It's insecure.
A lot of guys are insecure. It just is what it is.
Get in the gym, my boy.
Yeah.
Get in the gym.
Tighten your game up.
That's it. You ain't got to worry about me. You get in the gym.
Man, you just won a heavyweight championship.
Oh my God.
In July of this year at Little Caesars Arena.
You're supposed to be there, G.
I know.
My God.
My bad.
You got to come to the next one.
I'm going to pull up.
Okay.
I'm going to pull up. I can't say was you satisfied with the performance. I mean, it was quick, it was flawless.
Yeah.
But were you satisfied with the support you got at that fight?
12,000 people came. Andre, I'm not going to lie. Little Caesars hold 19,000. I need 19,000.
19.
I wanted 19. I prayed for 19. We worked hard for 19. 12,000 was still short, but that's a lot of people. A lot of people coming off a women's boxing match. I made a lot of money that night, but it's still just like.
So you eating off the gate?
Yeah, I'm
eating off
the gate,
sponsorship,
all that.
Come on,
all that. So this is chess, not checkers.
Yeah, I like.
I'm also a promoter.
Talk that business talk.
I'm a promoter.
Come
you know
on.
What I'm saying? So I co-promote the shows and get money off of there too. So with that, it's like, dang, I really want to. Right now, my main goal is I got 2 goals right now. Okay. One, make sure everybody in the world go and see my movie, The Fire Inside.
How you get that thing out on Christmas Day though? Like Christmas Day is a prime slot.
God just love me, man.
Man.
Jesus love me.
They gonna enjoy their family in the morning and then everybody go to the movies.
I couldn't believe it. I said it's coming out because we didn't know it was gonna come out on Netflix or Tubi.
Oh, really?
We didn't know none of this. And then as they start taking the movie around to these shows and these different premieres and all this stuff, the reaction of the fans, and then they were like, all the Rotten Tomatoes, 100%, 100%, 100%. Then they said, they called me and said, Claressa, this is not gonna be on Netflix. I said, well, when the movie gonna come out? They said, Christmas Day. I said, where at? They said, the theaters. I said, oh, y'all gotta be playing with me.
I love it, come on.
I said, it made me think about when Serena came out. In movie theaters all over. I said, so I'm like, Serena? I thought to myself, I said, this is crazy.
It's huge.
It's real huge. And I really...
But you ain't even felt it yet.
Nope.
That thing come out, you gonna...
Oh, yeah. My life has already changed. You know, everywhere I go.
It's gonna be business connections, too. You probably already felt it. Hey, give me my car. Yeah. That's
business
just how I go
connection,
to
fans, everybody just... They always been, like, kind of crazy, but now it's like, I get recognized everywhere. People jumping when they see me now. Oh, shoot, Claressa. And then I'm in the video game, people really going crazy. It's a lot happening right now. So my main thing I was saying is everybody go see this movie 12/25, and then my next fight, watch the fight and also put your butt in the seat. I need 19,000. I need, you know what?
It's gonna be.
I don't know where it's gonna be at yet, but I would say this: out of all the male boxers fights who I go to, everybody who I support, I don't think none one of them should be missing the fight of mine. Nobody, from the Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, Shakur, Jamel, Robert Eastern, Adrian, Montana Love, all these fighters I have went and supported my own dime, my own time, paid for my own flight, paid for my own hotel. I feel like they should do the same thing for me. Even my celebrity friends. A lot of them come, I need them to really show up so they can see that women's boxing is booming like the WNBA. That's what I need.
I got some quick hit questions for you.
Okay.
What type of businesswoman is Claressa Shields?
A very stern and very smart businesswoman.
Do you manage your money well?
Very well. I'm a great money man.
So you up on game, you ain't just spending, you're not just spending, but you saving and investing?
I am a 75-25. So I save 75% of my money and 25% of it, I play with it sometime. But as far as investments, my biggest investment right now is myself, my body, keeping me healthy for boxing, my diet, which is a lot.
That's the money maker.
Right, that's my biggest investment. And then my other investment is real estate. I got 4 or 5 houses now that I'm renting out. So I build up.
Michigan?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan, and I got 1 house here that I'm about to get. But I got 3 houses in Michigan, and I got my house here, and I'm getting some more houses built up. So
I love it.
That's where I'm at with that. But do I want to own like a apartment complex? I do. I just haven't gotten there yet.
How you end up in the ring with I don't know if it was a troll or a YouTuber. How you end up in the ring with that girl?
Man, listen.
How did that happen?
I showed up to the gym to spar against the dude who I said be piecing me up, right? And this day I didn't even want to spar. But coach was like, we sparring Tuesdays, we sparring Fridays. So I get to the gym, I see a girl in the ring shadowboxing. I knew exactly who it was. Why? 'Cause she did too much on social media. She called me all type of B words, all type of punks, all type of drunks, all type of, oh, you stupid B word. This, I knew exactly who she was. She was hating. She's
a fighter.
Yeah, she told me that she beat Christina Hammer and Nikki Adler and all these girls who I beat. She beat them in the amateurs.
Did she?
And I don't know. She said had she not went to prison for 3 years, she would be me.
That's my fault. She went to prison.
It's crazy. So I just walked right up to the ring and said, "What you here for?" She said, "You know what I'm here for. I told you I was gonna catch up to you. I said, so you here to spar. You here to spar me. And then before I knew it, man, I done blanked out.
I seen it.
I done blanked out. I done went stone cold killer.
I seen it.
But you know what? Sometimes you gotta make an example out of people, man. Like did I want to get in there and beat that girl up? Absolutely not. But it was like, you gotta let these folks know, don't pull up to my gym. A gym is like our house.
Especially you was in camp too.
Yeah, like I'm getting ready for like,
it's a sensitive time. Like, don't play with my work time. Don't do that.
No.
What she say to you after?
I was all type of after.
After?
After. She wanna be cool now. But after that, I was all type of B words. You only hit me with one punch, delusion. You didn't hurt me, delusion again. She just was like all type of stuff. She wrote me for about a week. It got to a point, at first I was gonna block her, but I did find it entertaining. So when she's writing me, I was like, girl, I don't look you up and you tell me that your real name is Jodeci? You better go sing a song somewhere, girl.
That's crazy.
Now I'm in the inbox just going back and forth with her laughing the whole time. I'm like, this girl crazy.
You can't make it up. You ain't seen her since?
I haven't seen her, but she's still inboxing me, hey, what's up? When you throwing your fighting show? And I'm gonna talk to you about that too. When you doing this, when you doing that. And I told her, like, I'm gonna have you on the show. Just stay put. Let me get everything together. But one minute she wanna be cool, and the next minute she hating again. So it's like a mental disorder, I think.
Yeah, you ain't got time for that, man. You got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
You hear a lot about the fellas and how they gotta stay away from the ladies. Watch out for the ladies. How you be dealing with the fellas? How that work? I ain't never heard it from that side before. How you dealing with the fellas?
Long pole, you back.
But they coming?
Yeah, like you gotta just, if I post a picture of anything, it's all down there. Oh, I love you, my wife. I love you. Marry me.
They lying.
The inboxes, like it's a lot of celebrity guys who like me too, be in my inbox trying to talk to me.
Inbox is crazy.
Yeah, but honestly,
But how do you deal with it,
Andre,
though?
I don't really like people like that.
Right,
so
that's why I'm asking you, how you deal with it?
I just be nice and I be friendly, but I ain't going though. You already know I'm not the average, how they be trying to come, oh, let me do this, let me do that. I really be trying to chill right now. And also too, coming off of just being engaged, all that time I was engaged, you know what I'm saying? It's like now, like honestly, I would love to start my family tomorrow. I would love to have me some kids next year, have my first kid and start my family and get married and stuff. But it just seemed like I've been right about everything else in life except picking the right man. So
I'm gonna tell you why. That young girl that was on that T-Rex documentary, she had it right.
How she had it right?
She said, I'm saving myself.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna get involved in nothing. I'm doing, God don't want me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's when that peace comes.
Okay.
Because all them interactions, it's a consequence for that. We don't like to talk about it, but it's a consequence for that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just leave that right there. But when I seen that, I was like, sis was on to something. She had it.
Yeah.
And you was what, 19?
17.
You was 17 years old talking like that. And you meant that too.
Mm-hmm.
You said, God don't want me doing, I'm saving myself.
Mm-hmm.
So just think about that. I'm put that right there.
Okay.
Couple more. What's next for Claressa?
We got the movie coming out 12/25. I got more fights. I'm fighting that heavyweight again.
You gonna stay there? I'm
gonna stay there for now. Why not become undisputed heavyweight champion? Why not?
That's that'd be number 4?
4 times.
I ain't never heard of nothing like that before.
4 times undisputed, this is crazy.
I ain't never heard of 2-time undisputed. Now you 3-time undisputed. 4-time is crazy.
We going
Girl,
for
you
the
gotta
4.
stop. You gotta stop.
I can't.
This getting out of hand.
I can't.
I don't care how big your house is, you not gonna have enough room for the belts.
I know I don't have enough room now. But after I go from 75, I'm going back down to 54. It's a couple of girls I gotta go get. I'm going to get them next year at 2025. And it don't matter who at 54, I'm coming to get you. So if you at 47 and you come up, I'm coming to get you.
She talking to y'all.
Uh-huh. I'm looking dead at you.
So Sanisa Estrada, she just retired.
Yeah.
What did you think when you heard that?
You want my honest thoughts or you want me just to lie?
Keep it real. Talk to me.
I think she really just done with the antics of women's boxing, which is very hard to deal with. It's hard to navigate. You got to have some thick skin when it comes to making money, when it comes to doing business, when it comes to them telling you no. You got to have some thick skin. people think that, you have a certain look, you born in a certain area, you do things that way, or this promotion that you're gonna just take off. And women's boxing is just not like that. It's way, way harder. Like you just said, I'm 3-time undisputed champion, 15-time world champ, and it's still hard for me. I'm still fighting for things like, how do I make more than $1 million now? How do I make 5? How I make 10? Like, how do I meet with a Turkey?
Alycia.
Like, how do I meet him?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more greater do I have to be to get these big opportunities? And if you don't have any thick skin, it's hard to deal with. But I think it was either that, she really tired of boxing and she just done with it, or she raised out her family.
Either way, I love it. I love it, and I think that's gonna become fashionable. That's gonna become
retiring when you want to retire,
leaving when you want to go.
Yeah,
and people waking up one day and you doing this to them.
Mm-hmm.
And where we spending more time talking about that transition and the other stuff I got going on and how I'm gonna do it successfully, because it ain't easy.
No, it's not.
It ain't easy. Retirement hard.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a blessing too. Spend more time talking about that stuff than when you fighting again, champ.
Mm-hmm.
I know you lost your last 5 fights, but when you gonna go again?
Mm-hmm.
We want to see you out there. More time on this other stuff than what we've been seeing these last 20, 30, 40, 50 years, however long it's been.
So sometimes you like you don't get the itch to come back and beat dudes up?
Absolutely.
I know you do.
That ain't never, I just talking to Roy about that yesterday. It don't go nowhere.
Wow.
But and it ain't nothing but God that has kept me from coming back. Because I really feel like for me, and people don't really understand this unless they understand it, the grace lifted. Like when it was time when I left, when I left, I felt like the grace lifted. Like you got other stuff to do. Like you can keep doing it if you want to, but that extra strength you had, that power you had, it's not gonna be there like that, son. I'm not over there no more. I'm over here.
Okay.
And when I say I don't think God gonna be with me over there, he gonna be with me, but you know what I'm saying?
But not.
That ain't what he want me to be doing right now. And it's hard to accept because I got that other brain that as a fighter, I'm like, nah, but I can, and I feel like I could pull it off. Mm-hmm. And I probably could from a natural standpoint, but I ain't going into that boxing ring without God.
Right.
Not me.
Yeah. 100%.
It's too hard a sport. My hard work is only part of it. It's him that give me the difference maker. So that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But do you ever think about retirement? And if so, what's your retirement plan? What's your exit strategy?
Right now, I have an age. I want to retire at 38. I want to get all my fighting out of me. People right now say that I can retire right now. Ain't nobody going to accomplish what I've accomplished and all that type of stuff. But it's like, why retire and you still got all this fight in you? Why retire and you can still whoop these girls with your eyes closed? Why?
Right.
It's like
still make some money.
Right. I want to get all the fighting out of my system. So when I do retire, I don't be like what you said. I'm coming back to fight against school. I'm gonna retire. But then as soon as a girl called me out who think that she gotta be somebody special though to make me come back. And then I know that when I come back, I'm only gonna come back just to beat her. Or you never know. You know what I'm saying? She may be the one. It may be like a torch passing to where not that I only passed torch, but she also took the torch. Like she beat me. And now she's what everybody called me, and now she's carrying the torch, but women's boxing don't die. The flames stay lit. So that's all I really see from that. But will I do exhibitions and stuff? Probably. I don't think I would ever completely leave the sport. But at 38, I want to be done with professional boxing when it comes to fighting for the belts, and because I feel like I don't know how many world championships I'm going to have by the age 38.
I don't know either.
It's going to be a lot. Yeah. A lot of championships.
It's going to be a lot more. Because how old are you right now?
29.
Dang, you said 38.
Yeah, I got 9 more years in this.
That's crazy.
Exactly. That's what I be saying.
This is my last one.
Let's go.
I read where you said that boxing is the only thing that ever loved you.
Wow.
Do you still feel the same way?
I think boxing is the only thing that loved me how I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I don't think that people realize how much I love and care about them until I stop. You know what I'm saying? I have done some of the nicest things to people and still get talked about. They switch up on me, turn on me, and all because of success or whatever. But it's still boxing is you put in the hard work, you win. You slack off, you lose. So when I say boxing, the only thing that loved me back, like I put in so much hard work into boxing, and guess what I did? I won. I keep winning because it loves me how I love it. I haven't experienced that with mankind yet. Nope.
Well, sis, keep being you.
Mm-hmm.
And forgiveness, is, I owe you that because I need it. But trust is earned, though. Like, I could forgive you because I don't want that on me.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold what you did on me. I got to release you because I'm going to God every day. Forgive me for this, forgive me for that. So I need it, so I got to give it. But that trust, though, that's earned over time, though. Yeah. So keep setting your boundaries. Keep doing what you're doing because we need more fighters. And you being a woman fighter who at the end of their career, like, that's how you living? Dang, you got this going on? Mm-hmm. Man, this what you did for all them years in the training camps, all them punches you took, all them punches you delivered. We need that, sis. Keep doing what you're doing. You inspiring me.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Cause that's what I'm saying. You doing all the stuff that I'm envisioning, stuff I'm getting, you doing it before me. So we working on my script for my movie. So I'm watching you like, okay, so I'm gonna tap in with you. Like, man, how the contract look? What they talking about? Mm-hmm. Man, keep doing what you're doing.
For sure. And thank you for having me on the show.
Man, I appreciate you coming.
I love you so much. I love y'all. It's always good.
You know it's all love. Well, that's a wrap, y'all. I really hope you enjoyed this conversation. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of The Art of War. We out.